It's wonderful to see so many of you here, and also so many from different faith traditions who are very welcome in this church, a place where our journeys meet and our stories are held in silence together. We are called home, as St. Augustine put it, from the noise that is all around us to the joy that is silent. Why do we rush about, St. Augustine said, looking for God? For God is at home with us. All we need to do is to be still with him. It's difficult to explain in human language what the joy or the beauty of silence is. Before I came to the centre of London, where I've been for the last 12 years here at this church, I lived in somewhere completely different, the Pacific Islands of Melanesia. There was no electricity in the community I lived, and every morning, very early in the morning at 5:30, we used to wake up and walk across to the chapel. You could find the way because you had bare feet and you knew the stones of the path. And there in the silence we would sit, a community of about 150 people, sit in silence for an hour before the day began. The light began streaming through the east window, and the birds, the songbirds, began bouncing on the rain trees outside. Those moments of stillness are some of the most beautiful of my life, which I lived for 15 years there. When I came back to this city of London, I felt I would never sleep. I live in a house looking out on Trafalgar Square, and when the last partygoers have gone home, the sirens and the bleeps and the cleaning trucks and the noise of broken bottles continues, and the shouts of people who are drunk. Of course, you get used to noise, but you wonder how you're ever going to live without that stillness and the silence, until you realize that actually that silence in the city is needed more than any other place, and that somehow in the midst of our busy lives we have to create space for that silence. Perhaps you are unused to silence. You fear the gaps and the emptiness and the memories of abandonment within you. And so the temptation is to fill it. You have not realized that you are not alone. In the silence, you are with God. Delight in that. Make a space for this meeting. Strip away the clutter of your life. You need to be still. You need to be open. For in this meeting, you need to let the sky in, the light in, the earth in. Let your prayer in, the prayer for those you love, for those you hurt for those you long for and hope for. Let them in. Carry them within you in the silence. Hold them within your heart. In your heart, be open to the mercy of God. Breathe in the wind. Breathe in mercy. Breathe in the person you long to love. Breathe in and breathe out the breath of the life God gave to you. Let your life be filled with that breath. Notice the clouds of fear and anxiety which come and go. Sometimes they will fill you with darkness and storms, but do not hold on to those storms. Rather, let them flow through you. In this place of mercy, you are not the cloud, you are the sky. Your heart, unconfined, is as broad and as deep and as eternal as the God who loves you. In this city, make space for all that is natural. One of the most wonderful places I've discovered to find silence in this city is in the parks that we have been given as pure gift. I don't think any other city is quite so blessed as we are by the parks of London. So here is a prayer of silence in the park. Today is a soft, damp morning, soft earth. The geese have come away from the lake to peck at the spongy earth. A squirrel dashes across the open space. An elderly, portly pigeon waddles over towards you with nodding head. The park is busy with life, but the stiller you are, the closer the world of God comes. It is as though the frantic chases away the still truth. Look at the trees of our city, their shape, their grandeur, the way they slowly follow the rhythm of the year, their rooted, huge trunks unmoving. They will be here long after we are gone. And they speak to us in this city. Give back time to the earth. Give back space to God. Your flutter, your clutter, your frantically beating wings do not lead you closer to the heart of all that is. No, become like this stately tree. Allow for the changes of seasons in your branches. The geese will go back to the lake, but the tree stands silent and strong. Time rushes on and we scarcely realize the passing days in our efforts to keep up with our society. But nature has an inner clock, a deeper rhythm that knows the time of year without words. Look around you and you will see the changes. Over the last few weeks, the yellowing leaves, the crisp golden browns, the greens of summer gone. We too must become present to the deeper rhythms of our lives. Our winter waiting, our spring awakening, our summer warmth and flourishing, our autumn dying. Open our lives in silence to the rhythms and seasons of God, dying cold and fallow, germinating, bursting into bud, new shoots rising. Behold, live the silence, lest you miss the miracle of life unfolding in you.